The school year is ending, and something about this time of year, the last days of school, the graduations, the kids moving on to whatever comes next, has a way of stopping you in your tracks. Time is moving and you feel it. Welcome to the Mindful Midlife Mom. This week, I'm taking a little time off. My son is graduating from college, and I want to be fully present for this milestone, to celebrate with him, to soak it in, and to not let this moment slip by in a blur. And he also happens to be my editing producer, so we're both taking some time off this week. This is a replay of one of my favorite episodes, episode 129. It captures something I believe deeply, that the sandwich generation vantage point is unlike anything else. On one side, your child is moving forward towards a bright and potential-filled future, and on the opposite end, you're witnessing your aging parent beginning to fade. Maybe your child is graduating this week too, high school, college, or somewhere in between. Maybe they're moving up a grade, heading off to their first summer way camp, or simply finishing a chapter that felt like it just started. And at the same time, your caregiving responsibilities don't pause for any of this. Your aging parent still needs you, and you're left carrying the weight of hope and despair. But this particular moment I see as the silver lining of the sandwich generation, the vantage point. Seeing both sides of life, the possibilities ahead, and the reminder that time is finite, is what gives you the clarity to choose your next chapter without any regrets. So here's what I want you to do this weekend. Find a quiet moment, even just for 10 minutes, grab a journal if you have one, and press play. Let this episode be your permission to think about what you want in your next chapter, not for everyone else. And before I start the episode, make sure to tune in next week because we've got a special episode planned for you. We're celebrating our 3rd anniversary. Can't believe it, and I promise you won't want to miss it. So without further ado, episode 129. Feeling stuck in midlife between your kids' exciting futures and your parents' decline? What if you're not stuck and you're standing at the most powerful crossroads of your life? Welcome to the Mindful Midlife Mom, helping mentally exhausted moms carrying the weight of raising kids and aging parents find calm in the chaos and reclaim themselves while caring for everyone else. I'm your host, Valerie Mecki, a mom of 2 living with my mom part-time as we take care of my aging father. I'm also a mindfulness enthusiast, navigating the crazy life changes of midlife. Today's episode explores a perspective shift that changed everything for me. You'll learn to see the stuck feeling between generations not as a burden, but as a unique vantage point that clarifies exactly what you want for your next chapter. Because standing at this crossroads isn't paralyzing. It's the perfect positioning to choose your path forward with intention. If you're in the sandwich generation, you're living with the constant contrast that most people never experience so intensely. On one side, you're watching your kids step into young adulthood, full of possibilities, opportunities, and exciting beginnings. They're choosing colleges, starting careers, falling in love, building their lives. On the other side, you're witnessing your parents' decline. Maybe it's physical abilities fading, mental sharpness diminishing, independence slipping away. You're watching the progression of aging, the reality of life's ending chapters. And somewhere in the middle of these 2 opposing views, there's you, stuck. It feels like it. But how are you supposed to think about your future when you're simultaneously witnessing life's most hopeful beginnings and most sobering endings? This contrast can feel paralyzing. Your kids' futures remind you of your dreams you haven't pursued. Your parents' aging reminds you that time is limited. And the combination, it can leave you feeling frozen, unable to move in either direction. But what if this feeling isn't being stuck? What if it's something else entirely? I want to share a moment that changed my perspective completely. It happened when I was almost a year into the sandwich generation. My youngest daughter was graduating high school, this incredible milestone, full of hope and possibility. She was entering her new chapter of adulthood with so many choices and opportunities ahead of her. And at the same exact time, my dad was entering assisted living. I was watching his motor skills and speech decline, witnessing how his neurological disease was robbing him and my mom of their retirement dreams. The life they'd worked toward for decades was being stolen by Parkinson's. And then there was this question I wanted to ask him. Dad, do you have any regrets in life? But I never got a chance to ask him. His ability to communicate was fading, and that conversation, that wisdom I wanted to receive, it wasn't possible anymore. Standing at my daughter's graduation, witnessing her future unfold while simultaneously losing the chance to learn about my father's past, I had this profound realization. Another day is never promised. All we can do is to try to live life fully now. This is the vantage point no one talks about in the sandwich generation. We focus on the stress, the overwhelm, the impossible juggling act, but we rarely acknowledge this. You're standing at the most clarifying crossroads of your entire life. Think about what you're witnessing. Your kids' futures show you what's still possible, what opportunities exist, what you could still pursue, and what dreams aren't dead just because you're over 40 or 50. Their excitement reminds you that new chapters can begin at any age. Your parents' aging shows you what matters, what you don't want to put off, what regrets to avoid, and what truly deserves your time and energy. Their journey reminds you that time is precious and finite. You're not stuck between these two realities. You're perfectly positioned at an intersection of them. You have the wisdom to understand that time matters, combined with the hope to believe new beginnings are possible. You've survived enough disruptions to be resilient and unafraid of change, and you're exactly at the right moment to ask yourself, what do I want my next chapter to be? This isn't about abandoning your responsibilities. Your kids still need you, your parents still need you, but preparing you for your next act while fulfilling your current roles. That's not selfish. That's essential for you. So I want to give you permission to stand still for a moment and think about who you want to become next. Not who you have to be for everyone else, who you want to evolve into. I'm going to give you some journal prompts, questions to sit with over the coming weeks. You don't have to answer them all at once. You don't have to have it all figured out, but start asking yourself these questions. The first prompt: what have I been putting off until later? What dreams, goals, or experiences have you been postponing until the kids are older, until your parents don't need you as much, until work calms down? What if later expires? What dream would you be so disappointed not to start? The second prompt: what lights me up that I've been ignoring? What activities, interests, or passions bring you joy, but you keep pushing it aside for everyone else's needs? What makes you feel most like yourself? Next, what do I want to be true about my life in 5 years? Not what you think should be true or what others expect. What do you want? How do you want to spend your time? What do you want to have accomplished or experienced in 5 years? And lastly, what would I regret not doing? This is the question I wish I would have asked my dad. What would you regret if you couldn't pursue it? What would haunt you if time ran out before you tried? I hope these journal prompts will help guide you to answering the questions you deserve to explore. Because now that you've been introduced to the Crossroads perspective, I hope seeing your kids' futures remind you that the possibility exists, and your parents' aging reminds you that time is finite. Together, they're telling you the same thing: live fully now. You can care for your family and start dreaming about your future. Standing still to think about your next chapter isn't selfish. It's honoring the gift of this unique vantage point. Now, let's practice an affirmation that anchors you in this most powerful crossroads moment. Find a comfortable position and take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth, releasing any guilt about thinking about your own future. Take another deep breath in and let all the air out, opening yourself up to the possibility of your next chapter that can be extraordinary. I'll say today's affirmation twice, first for you to listen, then imagine someone writing it on a whiteboard. This will help with memorization, so let's begin. I am standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. I am standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. I'll repeat the affirmation 2 more times, once for you to listen, the second time to say it out loud to yourself so you can create a connection. I am standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. I am standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. Now, I want you to visualize yourself standing at an actual crossroad. See 2 paths clearly before you. One path shows you your kids' futures, possibilities, new beginnings, hope. The other path shows you your parents' journey, wisdom, life's progression, the reminder that time matters. And then see yourself standing between them, taking in both views. You're not being pulled apart by these 2 paths. You're using both perspectives to choose your path forward. Visualize this in full color. I'm standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. I am standing at the crossroads, and I choose my path forward with intention. Take one final deep breath in and out, letting these words settle into your heart. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes if you have them closed, and place your hand over your heart to help seal this moment with self-love and care. Beautiful work. You just gave yourself permission to think about your own future, even while caring for multiple generations. Here's how to start exploring your next chapter. Even while your caregiving responsibilities continue, start with just one of those journal prompts I shared. Spend 10 minutes this week writing your honest answers. Whatever you write is only for you, and it doesn't even have to make sense in today's current reality. But it's your first tiny step in making your buried dreams into a reality. This crossroads moment is a gift, even though it doesn't feel like one. You're being shown both life's possibilities and life's limitations simultaneously. That clarity, that unique vantage point, it's preparing you to live your next chapter without regrets, with intention fully. You're not stuck. You're standing at the perfect position to choose your path forward. If you know of another sandwich generation mom who's been so focused on everyone else's futures, but she may have forgotten her own, share this episode with her. Text it to her, because sometimes we need permission from someone else to start dreaming again. And if you're looking for ongoing support as you navigate this crossroads season, I'd love for you to join our Oh Hello Midlife newsletter community. I'll drop the sign-up link in the show notes. And as a thank you for joining, you'll receive the 10-minute Calm Kit for Sandwich Generation moms. 3 quick practices designed specifically for your packed schedule. You'll get a morning meditation, midday mantras, and bedtime visualization. It's the perfect way to let mindfulness guide you through the season, even when you only have a few minutes to spare. Thank you for spending this time and space with me. And most importantly, thank yourself for being willing to think about your next chapter, even in the middle of caring for everyone else. Because every moment you dedicate to being mindful is a step toward a more fulfilled and vibrant life. Keep embracing your midlife journey with an open heart, and remember, you're not alone in this. I look forward to our next mindful gathering. I'll talk to you soon. Before you go, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed therapist, a counselor, or a medical professional. Everything I share on this podcast comes from my own personal experience navigating the sandwich generation and my own journey with mindfulness practices. This content is for educational and inspirational purposes only and shouldn't be considered medical or mental health advice. If you're experiencing persistent mental health symptoms, thoughts of self-harm, or anything that's significantly interfering with your daily life, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional or your healthcare provider. They can give you the proper support and guidance you deserve. I'm simply a friend sharing what's worked for me as I navigate the crazy life changes of midlife, hoping it might help you too. Trust your instincts and always prioritize getting professional help whenever you need it.